Dear all, today I'm going to show you how a web tool called Socrative can be used to create quizzes and can be used further in English language classroom. Before showing you how works, let me explain a few positive things which really create a kind of interesting environment in classroom. Uh, it can be used to teach any kind of grammatical notion, for example, preposition, article, or let's say the language functions and exponents, and sometimes to create, to break a kind of monotony and to create interesting atmosphere. You also can bring some other kinds of questions as well, for example, questions related to old facts and other things in the language classroom to make students more interactive. So uh, let me show you now. First, you need to browse a Socrative site like www.b.socrative. This is here. Yes, Socrative, Socrative.com. Then you get this page. So here you can see get account, apps, resources, student login, teacher login. Um, so you also can ask your students to get the apps in their cell phones or iPad or tab or computers, whatever they have. Or you can simply ask the students to go to b.socrative.com and then answer the questions through student login. They can answer the questions. But right now we are going to see how we can form quiz questions which can be used in our classroom. So go to teacher login. First you can get account, but since I have already got my account, I'll go to teacher login. Creating account is quite easy. It's more like creating Facebook account or Gmail account itself. So now you can see here launch quizzes, rooms, reports, results in this more like dialog box in this banner. Go to this quizzes, click it. So I have created different quizzes here: teaching, apologizing, articles, preposition, word facts, quiz, and so on. So what you do is, since you are going to create a new quiz, you also can sometimes import some quizzes, but we are going to create the quiz from the scrap. So click on add quiz, create new, give a title to quiz. For example, okay, if we're going to teach articles, mention articles there. Then you also can align entire quiz to a standard. That means detailing the other things, subject, core, class, specify the class, and so on. But since it just gives the option like seventh grader, eighth grader, and since my quizzes are quite general, for example, secondary grade students, uh, which can be from class 9 to 12, so I don't want to specify it. So deselect it then. Now it's quite easy. Now here you can simply select either multiple choice, true, false, or short answer questions, and then create your quiz. Let's do it for multiple choice then. So here you can see the question box and some alternatives. So for example, a question, let's form a question then. There's a sample question. Uh, this is blah blah man uh, who in was in Red Hood this morning in our campus. Let's see. This is blah blah man who was in Redwood this morning in our campus, and we can give the alternatives like uh and the. Now, since we don't require some other like D and E alternatives, so we'll deselect them, remove them. Okay. Now, so the correct alternative, since the is the correct alternative here, will which one is correct? We'll highlight it with green. Once you tick it, yeah, it gives the green signal. This means it's correct answer. The benefit of this Socrative is you also can write explanation why the is the correct one and A or and is the incorrect one. So for example, okay, the is, you can write the is definite article and using we are using article the to specify the person specify the person in the above context. Yes, it's just a sample. You can create quite lengthier explanations as well. It depends upon, yeah, it depends, yeah, it's entirely at your discretion. So similarly now, uh, okay, at each step, once we form the questions, we need to save it as well and proceed ahead. You also can delete it. You also can move it down or move it upward. You also can copy. So let's save it right now. You also can go for formatting. Since we don't require formatting right now, you also can add picture. So we don't require picture right now, so we'll save it. Now once it gets saved, you will see the edit option. You can edit them later. So similarly, similarly, let's go to the true false question. Now you can, in this question box you type either, yeah, one of the questions, and then you select, yeah, this true or false. Green signal is the green, the let's say green field box means this is the correct option of this question. So make sure like you click to the right one. So we are not going to frame some other questions, so we won't be saving it. Now if we don't require this, we thought earlier like we could form question, but if we find later like we're not going to form any more question, then you can click this button, which means throwing this into trash. Are you sure you want to delete this question? Yes. And similarly, short answer question as well. You can type the question here, and if you want to add correct option or answers, then you can click here. Otherwise you can write the explanation. So this is quite easy. Again, we don't require it, so we're not going to frame a lot of questions here, just the sample, so we're going to delete it. Yes. Now how to save it then? Now since this is the question, so this is the, yeah, this is the format sample question that we have formed, we are going to save and exit it. Click it on. Yeah, our quiz got saved. Articles, this is the one. Now how to launch it then? Now you have set it in your account, but you are going to use it in classroom, for example, for about 5 minutes, for about 10 minutes. How to do it? So now go to the launch. You're going to launch it. Before that, as I told you, students need to, yeah, have the devices like cell phone, or cell phone I mean generally smartphones, tab, pad, or computers, whatever they have, or you may take them into computer class and then make them work on this. It's really interesting because we ourselves played in our classroom. So now, once you are going to launch it, they also need to log into this b.socrative.com. Uh, Now go for space race, click it on. Would you like to stop the current activity and start a new one? Yes. So we're going to launch which one then? Click it on articles and then next. Now, okay, as students need to operate it, then you can play start, and there you can see, for example, let me set on my cell phone as well, which I have already downloaded here, Socrative app. They also can do through app, or they can simply go to Socrative and then connect it. uh, they require to fill in student login section, they require to fill room name and join. So the room name here is, this is the room name, Shrestha, SCHRESTHA 5524 5524. And then there's a join section, join. Yes. Now their next section, next thing is enter your name, so you can enter name there. uh, I mean, this is for the students. So they're going to enter name, for example, okay, Sal, let me write, Don. So this is how students do, and then once they complete this, you will see, you will get your start button activated, and then students can see the moment they answer, they can see the pace, the let's say the pace of their answers going. uh, the next interesting thing is, you also can have a lot of settings here. For example, teams, how many teams they are going to be. You can make them work in a group of, okay, two or three or four or five, and then specify here the number of groups, for example three, for example two. And then similarly, um, yeah, whether required names or not, you can select or deselect. So, and then countdown, countdown is not shown here because this is not the upgraded version. I mean, for upgraded person you require to pay, but we are using the free tool here, and free tool is okay. And then you will see start button. Now see, blue, magenta, lime. So these are the colors which which represent the students here. So once they answer, then for example Sal, okay, magenta will answer here. uh, Magenta, done. And then if the answer, that it will show this magenta's space race will be moving forward, and then for the incorrect answer it will be remained here. So this is how the screen will show them their progress, and they will really be participating with some kind of excitement. Yes, that's it. Thank you. uh, I hope you have enjoyed this short tool introduction. Please do try on your own, and then yes, do post some comments on my blog so that I can improve further. Thank you.